More parades going on, and this weekend here, that's a fun event that always takes place here after the big Mardi Gras events, and we are going to have rain. It starts Friday and continues Friday night and continues through the day on Saturday, and temperatures are going to be a lot cooler than we've seen lately. Plus Saturday night, look at this, we're dropping down to 40. Are some big changes coming in. Unfortunately, rain coming in. Worst timing for your Saturday plans. We'll see it by the end of the day there on Friday here into South Texas. So today, moisture on the increase. We'll see that through the day, maybe up towards Corpus Christi by the end of the day. Tomorrow morning, we've got some rain heading our way into Houston, New Orleans. We see those showers come on in. You notice that the moisture comes up from the south, but at the same time, we've got that system to the north that's tracking east, and that'll draw up some moisture, bringing rain to Birmingham, to Atlanta. But a lot of the activity is going to be down here with the subtropical jet stream and the disturbance within it, and that brings us here a more decent chance of rain and heavy rain at that. Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando. Saturday for you, Sunday, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, rain in your forecast here, and a couple of inches. Here we've got even spots with 2 to 3 inches possible across Central Florida, 2 to 3 inches possible across South Texas. You notice, though, to the north, like in Mississippi and up towards Oxford and Huntsville and Alabama, it's lighter amounts of rain there. That system is just not going to draw up all the moisture. That's going to be down here in Florida. Lucky you this weekend here in Florida. You're going to have some warm weather. In fact, we could see some record highs on Saturday in South Florida first before the clouds and rain come in. But then the rain is heavy at time. And again, several inches of rain may lead to flooding. Got to watch all of the events, including the Daytona 500 and everything that goes along with that. And we've got that rainfall heavy at times in South Florida on Sunday leading into early Monday morning. Then it all does push off the coast. But until then, you got to watch out for that risk of flash flooding, Alex.
All right, looking quickly, and then you get into the mudslide issues, the flood issues, that kind of thing.
And we're still not getting a lot of snow, which I'm going to talk about coming up, actually, more on that. Also, something else is missing along the Great Lakes this year, and that's...
We don't need to discuss anymore, because that's the crux of it. It's like, what are you going to do differently?
Well, we're going to talk about that, though, actually. Here's some more discussion coming up. You can go to Threads, send us your comments, and share your pics and video with us using the hashtag YesTV.
All right. Well, you know, it was
a big part of what we want to talk about. It's not just Lake Superior. It's all, even the smaller lakes across Minnesota, across the Great Lakes as a whole. We are running only a 4% current ice cover, and it's shocking when you see just how far below average we are. I mean, look at this. When that little January cold snap, we kind of made a little progress. It was like, okay, maybe we're going to get some ice in the Great Lakes. No, all of a sudden, it's been warm ever since, and we are so far below average when it comes to ice cover. So the Great Lakes are wide open for business, as they say, if there was enough cold air to come over and give us a lake effect event here. And all the other weather situations need to line up. But you see, you know, it's in the areas where it's a little bit more shallow, a little bit up here near Sault Ste. Marie. I mean, there's just really very limited ice cover. It's just unbelievable when you think about where we are right now. And you saw how far below average we are. And so this is part of the story, the fact that it's been so mild. We are running our warmest season for the winter to date in Minneapolis, Green Bay, Madison, Milwaukee, Alpena, Waterloo, and then everyone else is pretty much the top 5 except for St. Louis, the top 6, but we're up there in the upper echelon here of warmest winter temperatures to date. We've been, our averages are running above freezing in most spots, which is kind of crazy to think how cold we should be in the overnights, dipping to the teens or to the single digits, and that just hasn't been happening. It's been the story across the entire northern tier, and this again, a very classic El Nino situation where we run above average in the Midwest, but also this time in the Northeast and even the West. Joy of the nice times, that waves kind of gently rolling in. We've got rain coming in as we get towards the weekend. And in fact, you know, these clouds, these aren't the problem. We're going to have some high clouds coming in. You'll probably see them today. That's the incoming moisture that is going to be part of this system that makes its way in on Friday night, and again on Saturday. A pretty rainy stretch coming our way, and then it gets a little chillier. Temperatures drop down to 40 by the time we get to Saturday evening. So for today, it's mainly a dry day, really quite nice. Temps hitting upwards near 70 in Jackson. Look at Raleigh, we're in the upper 60s, but you see what's sneaking in across South Texas, a little bit of rain, and that starts to make its way up towards the Houston area by tomorrow. So here comes the rain there. Now, you know, Greg was talking about the system up to the north. It will bring a swath of snow. It also will have a little bit of rain on the south side of it. You'll see that into Little Rock, and it will help draw up some moisture. But really, they're two separate things. We got to keep an eye on this southern disturbance that's coming into the southern branch of the jet stream, the subtropical jet. That has has all the moisture, and that's really what's going to be the rainmaker into the south and really hugging either the Gulf Coast or Florida as we get you into the weekend. So to start, we've got rain coming into Texas and 2 to 3 inches possible there. And then to finish for the weekend, we'll bring the rain into Florida, where we've got also areas that could get 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, pretty widespread 1 to 2. Now, by the time we get to the tail end of the weekend, we're going to watch this front kind of slowly move off. And unfortunately, you're going to finish the weekend on a pretty wet note down here into South Florida. We've got several inches of rain coming our way that may lead to flooding or flash flooding. Sunday to Monday, got to keep an eye on southeast Florida. Again, because that front's going to be slow to move, a focus for showers and maybe some thunderstorms here. Really could just be plain old rain. We've got West Palm and down through Fort Lauderdale, Miami, all the way down even to the Northern Keys, Key Largo, with that chance of flooding or flash flooding. And it plays out with rain on Friday and the Panhandle, including Pensacola, and that includes you on Saturday. You see how the rain really sets up from Tampa to Daytona. Orlando's in that mix on Saturday. Pretty wet day for you. Still dry, though, in South Florida, so I think you're going to squeak out a day on Saturday there in South Florida. But by the time we get to Sunday, here comes the rain. It sticks around through the day on Sunday, not really going away until we get through early Monday. And then Monday should be an okay day here as well.